the job.
Yes. He was interested in what is in the closing speech. Welcome. Thank you, Chair and Vice. Thank you.
Expected. But there are other things that are moral conduct and values, and then begin to see where they intersect. What is ethics? What is here? Are shared. They are shared value to educate you on this. In fact, I should be in this village that is global. Village of social and universal norms. Ethical behavior, therefore, is a critical affects you. And so, morality is concerned with the relations between people. Now, ethics, it means that we have a better relation, more ethical business practices. In some cases, they can be local. That corruption cases, especially the big ones, that drag on for 10 years, 15 years, some even 20 years. By that time, these people have already enjoyed the benefit of what they stole. Those who are going into leadership positions have already served their terms and retired. So we are lobbying so that we can get these kinds of cases heard and determined within the shortest time possible, 6 months at most 1 year, so that if a person is clean, let them be released to serve the nation. But if they are dirty, let them be removed from where they are to go where they ought to be. Tayari tumeongea na wabunge juu ya kutupatia hiyo, lakini wengine wana hofu ya kuwa, na ni kweli, wengine wana hofu ya kwamba tukipewa hiyo mamlaka ya kupeleka watu mbele, pengine inaweza kuwa abused. Lakini hatutaki kwa abuse hiyo, ni kufupisha hiyo taratibu ya kupeleka watu kotini. Kwa maana ikienda kwa DPP, it's a long chain. Hiyo ndio tunasema. I used to think likewise until now that I'm inside. I've realized that small fish are actually the people who are being used by the big fish. The small fish are not stealing for themselves. They are actually stealing for others. We have a case like Siaya, for example, which we have just concluded investigations. We found a secretary who stole 70 million, and I say stole in quotes, but she never benefited from that money. It was actually passed on to the bigger guys. So if you allow the small people to get away with the monies that they are stealing or the resources they are stealing, you are actually feeding the big guys. The small guys are just being used, sadly. A majority of them, let me not say all of them, there are some who are stealing for themselves. But we want to change strategy, because we have found that some of the ways that we have been using before, they have devised ways of how to navigate or circumvent those processes that we have been following. So we are looking at new ways of recovering the resources that have been stolen by the various ones. We are looking at ways of minimizing the benefit from corruption, because unfortunately, as people have said, we also devolved corruption. And so that corruption now is so prevalent at the level of the devolved government. We have been working with various governors and governments at the local level to help them in terms of looking at what are the loopholes through which our resources are getting lost at the devolved levels. On the other hand, we have governors and county leaders who seems like their only purpose of getting into government was to loot public resources. And those people, we are actually, as EACC, looking at some of the things that they have done. Some of them we have already forwarded their cases for prosecution. Some we are still under investigation. But the truth is that our county governments are not doing well. And we would like to call upon, especially now that we are in transition government, the governors really need to take a key role in leading the fight against corruption at the devolved units.